Are you wondering if you can use an IPL machine as a blonde? Okay, so I'm going to show you how this works. I've connected my machine. Now I'm going to link it up to the app, to the phone app, and I'm gonna do my lower legs this time. So you can see I have just washed them, everything is wet. I have just washed them just to make sure that there's no oil because I don't want to burn my skin. And at the beginning, I was actually really concerned about burning my skin. I have discovered since that the burning of the skin is really not such a big worry if you do a close shave. So before you do this procedure, you have to shave the skin completely, because what this does is it targets the root of the hair. So basically it will target any hair that it sees, and then it launches a burning action. So if you leave any hair a bit longer than the actual root, then it burns that part of the skin. Whereas if it only sees the hair, the actual root, then that's the only thing that it will target, and it will not burn you at all. So it's actually not unpleasant. It's just like a zap, like a rubber band. And so I think that if you have done a close shave right before, then you're really not gonna burn yourself, even if you go through an area a few times. Because I think with this thing, because you have just shaved, because it requires you to, you can't really see what areas of the skin you've done. You kind of go through it, I'll show you in a minute. And you also can't be looking at the light because the light is really intense when it flashes. So I sort of look away, or I cover my eyes with my hands, and then I don't know where I am. So it's really hard. That's the trickiest thing for me, is to know what areas you have been through. So it's very normal that you will go through an area more than one time. And in my experience, I've been doing this for 2 weeks now. In my experience, it doesn't burn you at all. Like, even if you go through an area thoroughly, like a few times. I really like the machine, it's really beautiful. Put this machine against your skin. Now it means that it's seeing a follicle, and I can press. I'm just going to show you in this area just because it's easy. And then it zaps. And you honestly, you don't feel anything. It's so nice. It's so different. So what you can do, since I am doing lower legs, hold on, I'm just going to turn it on my phone. So it says it's going to take me 8 minutes. I don't know if it's going to take me 8 minutes. And it recommends me to use the gliding method, which is that you start at the bottom. I'm going to show you what this looks like. Gliding just means that you press and you glide. I'll show you. So now the machine is recognizing that there's hair root there, and it's sending me. And this is meant to obviously go faster than a spot flash. So I'm just gonna do this one stripe with the gliding method, and then I'll show you. So now I've done that, but as you can see, there's no telling signs of having done that at all. So now I don't really know what I've done, so I'm just gonna start here. I wait for the light to tell me that it's identifying hair follicles. See, my hair is really blonde, so this is the problem. It's not finding any hair, especially the roots of my hair, because what I've noticed, see, now I can zap. So you can go spot by spot if you feel like you're going to be more accurate that way. Oh my god, this time I have done such a close shave, I can't feel anything. I'm gonna do a gliding motion here, let's see. But it's just, I'm concerned about this part because the shin, I've been told that it's really hard to get right. And because of the shape of the leg, this has to be right against the skin, so... And they do tell you that there's no danger looking at this light because it's against the skin, so you don't really see the light. But it's still a little bit bothersome to me. I'd rather not look directly at it. So we just do this all around the leg. And yeah, as you can see, it's just really tricky to know where you are. Do another gliding motion here. This is just meant to cover more area in a shorter amount of time. That's all it is. So if you feel like it's not so accurate, just don't do the gliding motion. Obviously it takes much longer to go. Oh, now I see that. Because when I press a lot, then I kind of see the area more. It leaves a little mark. No, it's not like, obviously when you're epilating or even shaving, you can see more of what's happening, of the progress. Because the phone, it doesn't recognize where you've been on the leg. It just gives you a percentage according to how long they think you're gonna take. But even that, it's just not accurate. Because for me, it takes way less than 8 minutes. Anyway, you've seen what happens. And here I have modes. Right now I have it on 3 dots, which is the maximum. You can put it on less if you feel like you're too sensitive to the pain, but for me, there's no pain if you've done it properly, the prep. And then after you finish, I do want to mention this. I like to put an oil on my skin, so I will use coconut oil or anything that you have that's very hydrating and that's not gonna cause irritation, like aloe vera, just something very neutral. I recommend that you do this while having a tea. You don't want to be reading or watching anything because I feel like you really need to pay attention what areas you've done because it takes a bit of focus to know where you are. But it's really fun, and that's what I like about it, that it's a completely different experience. Like epilating is excruciating pain. You also always have the fear that you're going to pinch a piece of skin. Shaving, we all know the problems with shaving. You have to do it constantly, it irritates the skin. Waxing, you have to wait for the hair to grow, and then you have to a lot of the time go to a place. So this method, it's especially good for the bikini area, because the bikini area, it's actually a huge area of the body if you start counting the sides and the bottom and the top and everything. And to be able to do that at any time by yourself, I feel like it keeps the hair in check, because you can do it every week and you can't do any other hair extracting method with so much regularity. And when you do this actually burns the roots and the hair comes out as if you were waxing. So really you're getting the benefits of waxing or epilating, which is not even possible in that area, with this. So for me, that is the biggest benefit. It helps with the light. I'm just noticing here, if you have a lot of light in your room already, then the light doesn't feel as dramatic against your eyesight. Because so far I have been doing it in the evenings in a dark room, and then you can really see the light and it flashes you and it's kind of uncomfortable. But when you have so much light in your room already, then the light is not bad at all. But you can see, like, you can't see any root of my hair. My hair is just so blonde. Even, I'll show you. Okay, here you can see the hair on my legs. Never touch this hair. This is just, does not bother me. Then to do the knee area, I recommend that you put it flat like this, because if it's not flat, it's gonna be kind of hard. Just completely relax the kneecap and then you can flatten the skin. The great thing about this is that you're not doing this process that you have to wait 10 weeks for it to work. You have to wait 10 weeks for the hair never to come out again, but you don't have to wait anything to actually have done a session of hair removal. So once you use this once, you do remove the hair. You just don't know, maybe it will grow again, but you do remove it in the same way that you would be removing it with wax. And that's what I love about it. So in the following 2 days, the hair root literally falls out, and then you don't have hair until it grows again. I feel like this is the bit that nobody explains.